number 3 now. I don't know if we'll get to 10 or 9 or 11, whatever we get to. If only I hadn't taken the previous agent's data from the MLS when I listed the property after it expired. Kathy, do you think that I could go after the first broker because the property didn't have air conditioning after all? Okay, so not so much going after the first broker. Their mistake is irrelevant. Our mistake is what would matter here. We can't afford to make those kinds of mistakes. When we are listing a property, what we need to do is do our own due diligence, our own research, our own discussion with the property owner, and then indicate what the property has or doesn't have based on our personal knowledge and what the seller has told us. And as a sidebar to that, if I were in the field today, I would probably prepare my data input sheet for the multiple listing system and put it in front of the seller to review and confirm that I have properly represented the amenities, benefits, and values of the property, and have them sign it and date it and keep that in my file. To me, I mean, there's no rule that you have to do this, but wouldn't that be a good way to make sure the seller knows exactly what you're saying and to make sure that you are correct before you put the information into the MLS? Because I think that's very, very important, and we do have little issues that crop up regarding what we put in the MLS. I love this one. If only I hadn't used Facebook, speaking of technology, to vent because I didn't get that listing. Now, I am so happy to tell you this has nothing to do with our company. This was not our agents, so not all of my stories, believe me, are about our agents. Many of them are about outside brokers. Just so happens they're good stories that touched us. This case is a current case. And in this situation, the agent competed for a listing. And she was upset when she didn't get the listing. And she felt that the agent who was successful in achieving the listing contract with the seller had overpriced the property and essentially bought the listing. So she thought she'd put that on Facebook. And then, that wasn't bad enough, but then when the property sold at list price, she thought that it would be important on Facebook to make a comment about how stupid the buyer was to pay that price for the property. Now, what she didn't contemplate was that as Facebook works, as those of you that are social media guys and gals know, you've got a wall and you've got your friends, and then people have friends of friends, and things that you post move all around. And as it happened, a friend of the buyer saw the post because, yes, she had the property address there. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, she did. And so when the buyer learned that he was a stupid fool for paying that price for the property, guess what he asked the seller to do? Reduce the price. And guess what the seller said? No. No. But the seller said, I think I'll sue the agent for putting it on Facebook. Interference of contract, interference with economic advantage, slander. I mean, really, a lot of problems. Now that can happen, and this happens to be, again, not in our area, not involving our company at all, but a real situation that could happen to anyone if you're careless and not thoughtful about the impact of using social media carefully. Nothing is secret, and once it's there, it's there. I mean, all you have to do is Google yourself, and you'll find things there that are so bizarre that you thought were wiped off your charts, you know? But everything just lives forever. So what you put on Facebook, what you tweet, see, I know this. I know it's called tweeting. What you do on all these social media sites matters. So my recommendation is, if you're going to use Facebook for business, keep it professional. Make it business-centric. Present yourself as a professional. That's not to say that you can't put some fun things out there. Come on, I put my asparagus recipe. I took a picture of my platter of asparagus. It was beautiful. I got a whole bunch of comments on it. Because who thought that I cooked? I mean, really, but I do. And I mean, that was kind of nice. It was personal. But for the most part, everything I put on Facebook is professional, inspirational, motivational, something on that order. But define yourself, because remember, what you put on these social media sites will define you as a business professional. So that's important to remember.